Do you know what actually makes you happy? I want you to really think about this question and kind of just, if you need to pause the video right here, 7 seconds, 8 seconds in, pause the video and really think about that. What really makes you happy? What drives you? What sets your soul on fire? We all have different things that we love to do. We all have different things that we are passionate about and things that we like to tap into. But you being the chosen one of your family, you probably spent a lot of the time making other people happy, making sure other people were good, making sure other people were moving forward in life without even taking care of yourself or taking care of your own life, right? This video is for you. If you have no idea what you want to do in life, or you've gone through a spiritual awakening and you still are kind of just left with a lot of fog around you and you're just unsure, you're not really sure what you're supposed to be doing here in life, all right? Now, shout out to a subscriber who commented on my last video and say, "Oh, Coach Kev, can you make a video talking about our passions and things that we love to do?" All right, so shout out to you. This video is for you as well as everyone else here on the channel. All right, so family, I want you to go back into your childhood. All right, all of you go back into your childhood right now, pull those memories out and really think about some of the things that you did growing up. All right, you were passionate about something, whether that was music, cooking, building, doing exercise, working out. There was something that you were passionate about, something that really set your soul on fire, right? And the thing is that no matter what it is that you love to do, no matter what it is that really brings joy to your heart and to your spirit, you can turn that into a business, okay? And you probably have had maybe you didn't even have this thought, right? Maybe you never thought about, oh man, like I really enjoy doing this and I really enjoy doing that, but I don't see how I can turn this into something monumental. You see, this is why I want you to book a call with me, all right? Because I can help you, okay? So for those of you that need a one-on-one call with me, the link is down in the description below. Book that one-on-one call with me and let's talk about how you can step into your purpose, okay? Now, I've said this many times on the channel before, so for many of you that might be new here, all right, I'm gonna talk about my TPP method, all right? Talents, passions, purpose. All right, what are you talented at? Really think about this, because a lot of the times your talents, something that you're talented at, more than likely you're probably passionate about that as well. All right, and with you being the chosen one of your family, you being the black sheep of your family, you have a plethora of talents. You have a plethora of gifts. There's so many things that you can do that other people can't do, right? You just have this energy about you. You're just so very talented in everything that you do. When you are working on a project or you're stepping foot into a new environment, remember, you bring the sauce, right? You bring the sauce. You bring something so great and you do it well. And a lot of people can't do that, right? Whether if you have the skill of a sport, the skill of singing, the skill of dancing, the skill of cooking, the skill of working on cars, the skill of building things, the skill of drawing, painting, whatever that is, whatever you are talented at, you can turn this into a business and turn this into something monumental that's purposeful, right? Because you want to live a purpose-driven life, right? Now, out here in the world, a lot, people work jobs just to work jobs, just to make money, right? To make ends meet, to pay their bills, to take care of their kids, to take care of all the things that they need to take care of in life. And we all completely understand that, all right? But a lot of the times, most of these people are not happy. They're not happy, okay? They're just doing something just to do it. And maybe you went to school for something just to do it because you researched that field and you was like, oh, this is a good field to get into. They make great money in this field. I'll be able to, have a family and have kids and buy a home and all these different things. But at the end of the day, once you get into that field, you are not happy. All right, how many of you are like that right now? Drop your comments down below. Let me know. Maybe you're working a job where you're just not satisfied, at all with your life. You're not satisfied with what you're doing. There's a lot of torment. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of fear, anxiety, depression. There's a lot of narcissism. There's a lot of toxicity. Like whatever it is in that environment, you are not happy, and you need to get back to who you are and the things that you are talented at and the things that you are passionate about. This will open so many doors for you, because a lot of people nowadays, they're going through life leading and thinking about money first, right? And that's not how it should be. You should actually be thinking about what really drives you. What are you really passionate about? What sets that soul on fire. All right. I don't know who needs to hear this message today, but hopefully this will give you some clarity and some motivation on what you are supposed to be doing in life. And here's the thing about this. Going through your life, most of the time, you know, you've experienced this. We've talked about this, you know, growing up, you've been targeted, you've been gang stalked, you've had people, you know, telling you what you're not capable of and what you're not doing. And the thing is that you may be stepping into your life of doing something that you're passionate about, but the enemy will send people to you in the midst of the thing that you're working on, that passion, that talent, all right, and completely shut it down. Completely shut it down, my family, where you're going to feel so discouraged that all you do is throw that talent away. All you do is throw that passion to the side and you don't even do it anymore. Now you're starting to go down a different path and do something else. But like I said, at the end of the day, you are not happy. You're really unsatisfied with the life that you're living or what you're currently doing right now in life. This is where you need to really sit and think about what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. Think about what you want to do. What do you crave out here in the world? All right, because a lot of people will steer you off course. They will completely steer you away from your talents and from your passions. All right, but you have to learn to not care. You're going to gain this level of maturity through your spiritual awakening where you just don't care anymore, right? You don't care what people think. You don't care what people have to say. You do not care. And once you get to that point of your life, that's when doors really begin to open, because now you're not allowing for people's voices, for people's opinions to affect you. When you allow for these things to affect you, it's going to be extremely hard for you to actually move forward in life on the path that you're currently going down. Now, going back to the TPP method, talents, passions, purpose, right? The first two, talents and passions, what you're talented at, most likely you're passionate about. And when you're passionate about something and you're talented at it as well, and you put in the work, it's going to lead you towards your purpose. Your purpose is always going to lead you towards where you're going to be able to help other people. And no matter what you're talented or passionate about, you can build something out of this. That's why I'm telling y'all to book a call with me. Join my private community. Okay, all the links are down in the description, and I will help you discover what that passion really is, or what your purpose might be, what you should be moving towards. Because there's going to be several things in your life that brings a lot of joy. There's going to be things in your life that doesn't bring you joy. All right, but it's going to be up to you to actually choose the path that you want to go down. So which path is that for you, my family? Don't lead with just money. Don't lead, with just thinking about the next dollar that you can get, because that's going to lead you down a wrong path and you're going to be unsuccessful and you're not going to be happy at all. And next thing you know, time is just winding down and you didn't wasted so much time in an area of your life that you were just really unsatisfied, and you do not want to do that. You do not want to be there. So your spiritual awakening, not only does it give you this newfound sense of awareness, you're going to be aware of your thoughts. You're going to be aware of your surroundings. You're going to be aware of the things that you actually love to do. And this is what's going to help you step foot into the life that you are trying to claim and create for your life. All right. Talents, passions, purpose. Right. And remember, I've said this in videos before too. What would you love to do where it doesn't matter if you get paid or not? Like, you could do something for so long without getting paid, and you don't mind because you absolutely love to do that. And I want y'all to really, really think about that, right? Because it's going to really open your eyes, and it's going to really drive you towards the life that you're trying to create for yourself. So you want to go back in time. Okay, let's go back in time. Let's rewind, my family. Let's go back in time to your childhood, when you were growing up, when you were a teenager, when you were a young adult, or if you're a teenager now, or if you're a young adult. You got to step into the life and doing the things that you love to do. And here's the thing, when you're moving towards your purpose, when you're moving towards things that you're really, really passionate about, you're going to get a lot of no's, right? You're going to get a lot of people to tell you no. They're going to tell you your idea sucks. No, that's not a great idea. Your purpose-driven life has so much fog in front of it. It has so much turmoil, so much, just evil, devilish people on that path, because the enemy does not want you to get there. Okay? Does not want you to get there. Wants you to stay asleep in this matrix. All right? So that way you're just doing something where you're completely distraught and you're angry all the time. You're sad, you're frustrated, and you just, right? It's like a chaotic life. You just have no idea where you actually want to go in life. So your purpose is way over there, right? Your purpose is way over there somewhere. All right? And you're standing here trying to figure out how to get to that spot. Okay. And that's what I was talking about earlier in this video, where you gain a level of maturity through your spiritual awakening, where you just don't care anymore, and you don't listen to the critics. You don't listen to the negativity. You don't listen to other people's opinions. And because you were the chosen one of your family, because you have such an amazing light to you, you have probably been so, I don't want to say worried, but you always wanted to help other people, which is a great quality, right? I'm not saying don't do that. I'm not saying don't do that at all. Some people don't deserve your time and attention and energy, right? They just absolutely don't, because all they want to do is steer you away from your purpose-driven life. Okay. But those people will absolutely pop up on your path out of nowhere, or tell you, no, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should do that. I think you should do this. I think you should do that. You suck at this. No. And the thing is that it will discourage you so much, to the point that those thoughts get stuck up here in your head. Now it creates a limiting belief. So now you are starting to believe what these people are telling you, right? They're projecting their insecurities. They're projecting their non-talented self all in your aura, all up in your energetic field. And you're starting to take on that energy, right? And when you're taking on other people's energy of not being capable, or not able, not worthy, not lovable, if you're starting to take on everything that people are projecting to you, you're going to start living that life as well. All right. And this is not for you. This is not what you're supposed to do. This is why you have to weed out the people that is going to be in your corner versus the people that's not going to be in your corner. It's not by coincidence that a lot of your friends, family members, relationships that you have been in, it is not a coincidence that those are completely just fading into the background. They're no longer there. Because remember, certain people cannot come with you into the next level of your life. Right? And remember, when you beat one devil on this level and you reach the next level, you're going to fight another devil, but you're going to gain so much more wisdom and so much more knowledge around that situation. And the fact that you just don't care anymore. You're like, you know what? I don't care what anyone has to say. I'm going to do this, even if I'm alone. Right? And growing up, you wanted people to like you. You want, everybody in school as a kid, you wanted to be likable. You wanted to be lovable, right? You wanted to have the most friends. But as you get older, you're starting to be like, yo, I need a small circle, right? I don't need everyone in my corner. I don't need everyone, just around me, just chattering all up in my ear and projecting their insecurities, their fears, and everything like that onto me. And the sooner you realize this, and the sooner you open up to the things that you're passionate about, the things that you're talented at, all right, it can take you to the next level of your life. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. All right, here's the perfect example. Okay, if you love to draw, if you love to paint, maybe you don't know exactly this is why you need to leverage social media, because you can take your paintings, you can take your drawings, of course, you post that on social media, you share it out, you use keywords, you use all these things to build up a portfolio for yourself, and putting yourself out there on social media. So now people will begin to recognize your talent. All right. If you're talented at drawing, if you're talented at painting, or whatever type of art you do, you're going to be passionate about that too, because you probably grew up just drawing just for fun and you loved it. You could sit for hours drawing pictures, drawing comics, coming up with ideas. And here's the thing. If you can draw really well, if you can paint really well, you don't just only need to paint and draw something. You could actually create characters and sell these characters to networks, where that network will turn your character into a TV show, into a cartoon, right? You could have famous musicians, or any type of famous person, celebrities, anything like that will reach out to you and it's like, yo, I really love your work. I would love for you to draw a painting of me, because I want a self-portrait of myself to hang it in my house. And you could sell that thing for like $10,000, right? Whatever price you put on your art, whatever price you're selling yourself for when it comes to that. This is how you can make a living for yourself, and you're doing something where it doesn't feel like work, because you are so passionate about it, and it can end up being your purpose, right? Because now your work is touching the world. You're sharing that art with the world. You cannot throw your gifts that you have been given from God in the closet. You cannot throw those things away. You have them for a reason, my family, right? You have them for a reason. So I want you to take that. Really, really think about what I just said, all right, about your art, because you may be thinking down here, okay, and I will help expand your mind. I'm trying to tell you right now, you can ask many people that I've had calls with me, and I gave them a great idea based on something that they wanted to do, and they just had an epiphany. It was like, oh, you know what? I never even thought of that. I never even thought of that. Now I can turn this into something way bigger than what I thought it could be. All right, whatever you're talented at, whatever you're passionate about, combine those two together and it can help you step foot into your purpose. Don't be a people pleaser out here. Now that you've gone through your awakening, this is exactly what people want. They want your attention, for one. They want to drain your energy, and they want you to please them. All right? They want to always take from you. And because you have such a great heart and you're always willing to help other people, again, this is a great characteristic to have, but you have to be extremely smart. All right. God said, don't be a fool for nobody. Don't let anybody walk all over top of you, treat you any type of way, take advantage of you. And with you being the chosen one of your family, you're going to get a lot of people throughout your life that's going to try to take advantage of you. They're going to try to take advantage of your gifts. They're going to try to take advantage of your connections. You may have connections with certain people. You have your foot in a certain door. They're going to try to take advantage of that. All right. And before you know it, all right, they're going to completely run you to the ground and drain your energy. This is why you have to wipe your hands with the situation when it comes to people or the things that you are trying to accomplish and complete in your own life. And you just cannot care. All right. And you may be saying, oh, Coach Kev, that's so much easier said than done, right? Like, I have a great heart and I care what people think. And it bothers me if someone, says certain things to me and everything like that. The way to fix that is to surround yourself with like-minded people that are on the same path and the same journey as you, that are already successful, becoming successful, working towards their purpose-driven life as well. And then you're going to start to pick up their energy, whereas soon enough, something's just going to come over top of you and you're just going to, out of the blue, you're just gonna be like, you know what? I can't care. I just can't anymore. Like, you may have been wanting me to go in this direction, mom and dad, or brother, sister, or cousin, or my guardian, or aunt, or uncle, whoever, or friends, relationship. But you have always bent over backwards for other people, to please other people and to help them out in life, that you have found it in your own life very hard to actually concentrate on the things that you actually love to do. So that's why I said in the beginning of this video, within 7 or 8 seconds in, pause the video right here, right? And you can pause the video right here again. What really drives you? What really sets your soul on fire? What brings you so much joy and happiness? That could be writing, right? Maybe you love to write. You need to turn your writing into a novel. You need to turn it into a book. You need to sell your stories. You need to share your stories. Whatever you are talented at, you can turn this into a business, and your business will be able to help people. And at the same time, at the end of the day, you're going to start making money from that. And now you have built up something really sustainable for yourself and for your life. Okay? Really think about it, my family. TPP method. All right? Coach Kev's TPP method. Write it down. Talents, passions, purpose. What could you do without getting paid and you would still love to do it? A lot of the times, that thing right there is going to help you step foot into your purpose. Now, if you're kind of just sitting back and thinking, well, I don't even know what I'm good at. I have no idea what I'm good at. Yes, you do. I'm going to say yes, you do. Don't tell yourself that. Don't claim that for yourself, because you have always done, there has been something that you have done growing up, like I said, as a kid, as a child, in your teen years, your young adult years, or anything like that. And you love to do it. So think about it on a daily basis. Like, when you wake up in the morning, what are some things that you do throughout the day that you could just sit in peace? You can sit in silence and you just feel so good. You just have this joy, right, coming to your heart. So like for me, for instance, growing up as a child, people always came to me for advice. People always came to talk to me about situations, or they always came to me for motivation and encouragement and inspiration. And at the same time, I love to write too. For those of you that don't know, I am a published poetry author. All right, go and check out my book. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. All right, it's called Poetry Is Me. You will find it on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, BooksAMillion.com. And these are things that I'm extremely passionate about. Not only that, I'm talented at it as well. All right, and because I'm talented at it, because I'm passionate about it, I could do it all day long. It doesn't even matter. Like doing these videos, before I was even monetized on YouTube, I loved doing this, and I still love to do this. Right? And I did it not because of me. This is much bigger than me. Just like I said in my last video, this is so much bigger than me. What you're going to do is so much bigger than you, because you're going to help other people. You're going to bring some type of light. You're going to bring some type of energy, some type of love. You're going to bring some type of epiphany. You're going to bring something to someone's life where it's really going to shock them. It's really going to wake them up. Right? This is what it's all about, my family. So you really need to, what you need to do is you need to go down into meditation. You need to sit in silence and really think about the things that you are drawn to. What is calling you? All right. And that could be anything that I kind of mentioned. If you like to cook, You better sell your recipes. You better come up with your own seasoning. You better start a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, something where you can go live and you are showcasing your cooking. And then you can turn that and build a website out of it. And then from that website, you can start selling things and shipping things out to people. Right? Then you can create merch behind that as well. You can create motivation behind that as well. There's so many things that you can do where it may seem like it's small. It's really, really minuscule. But at the end of the day, all right, it could be something so big, so grand that the thought you didn't even think it would be possible. You were thinking too low. And that's probably because of people in your past, people in your corner, people that have always just pushed your dreams down. They pushed those dreams down every chance they could get. And the thing is that when you are talented and passionate at something, you will be attacked over those things. All right, because like I said, it will lead you into your purpose, right? The purpose is way over there. There's a lot of fog in front of it. There's a lot of enemies on that path. There's a lot of discouragement. There's a lot of evil. There's a lot going on in front of that purpose to keep you from getting to that purpose. But when you have this new level of maturity and you've gained this in your life through your spiritual awakening, you're going to start to see a monumental shift and a monumental change, and you'll start gravitating towards the things that you actually love to do. All right, and use your awakening as a trampoline for this, because it will catapult you, family, into the next level of your life. It's in your hands. Right? It's literally in your hands. You are the one that has to take the step forward. You are the one that has to really sit down and figure it out for yourself. What am I talented at? What am I drawn to? What brings me joy and happiness in my heart? It could be absolutely anything. You might love to fish, right? That's a survival skill. And with that, you could start a fishing YouTube channel. You could teach people how to gut a fish. You could teach people how to cook a fish. Like, you could do so many things around this. And then you can sell that fish to markets and stuff like that. Like, there's so many things that you could actually do around it. So what I want you all to do, what I want you to do right now is to think big, not small. Do not think small, right? You are too big to think small. All right, you have too many talents to throw away in the closet. You need to pull all those talents out of the closet, and you need to really just get back to it. All right, whoever discouraged you over what you're currently doing or what you were trying to do in your life, it was only the enemy trying to steer you off that path and from getting from your purpose-driven life. Get back to it, my family, because that's going to help you step foot into the life that you are meant to create for yourself. All right. So I don't know who needed to hear this message today, but I hope it resonated. I hope it brought some clarity, some guidance, and some motivation for you. I absolutely love doing what I'm doing. I love doing what I'm doing. I love talking to people. I love encouraging and motivating, and I love to help, and I love to teach. Okay. So whatever you're good at, go out there and do it, my family. Stop quitting on yourself. Stop telling yourself you're not capable, you're not worthy. Just remember, your purpose is not going to be in your comfort zone. It's not going to be here. You have to step foot out of your comfort zone. If you are afraid to get on social media, if you're afraid to get on YouTube, if you're afraid to showcase your work because of what other people are going to say, that is a sign that you should be moving in that direction, right? Because all it is the enemy trying to plant thoughts up here in your mind, trying to plant a negative seed, so that way you steer away from that. And then you just go down a path of destruction, down a path of chaos, down a path of, where you're not happy. And that's not where God wants you to be. That's not where I want you to be. And I know that's not where you want to be as well. All right. So I love you all to life. Shout out again to the subscriber that recommended this video I hope that gave you some clarity. I hope that gave you a little bit more insight to what you should probably do in order to find your gifts, right? And what you're talented at and what you're good at. And just remember that we're all blessed with a gift. Every single person out here has a gift. All right. So you might need to really just sit down and think about that. Maybe you've had too much noise in your corner, too much noise surrounding you that's causing you to not even think about those gifts and those talents that you actually possess in your life. Okay, so remember, if you want to have a one-on-one discussion with me, if you need help with this, if you need help with your YouTube channel, you need help with something else, book your one-on-one call with me. I would love to talk with you, and come on over and check out the private community as well. I would love to have you there. All right, so you guys are absolutely amazing. Also, don't forget, check out my second channel, Create with Words, where I will be teaching you how to grow a YouTube channel from 0 to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. More videos to come on there. So for those of you that's already subscribed there, thank you so much for being there. I truly appreciate it. More videos to come, and I can't wait to see everything that you are building in terms of your YouTube channel, your personal brand, and how you are stepping foot into the life that you were trying to claim for yourself. All right, so you all have an amazing day today. Don't forget to turn on your bell notifications for more videos to come, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.